Hey there, lovely people. Today, let's talk about something deep and life-changing, exploring ourselves. In our busy lives, we often face tough choices, unsure of the right direction. But what if I said that you already have the answers inside you? Today, we're exploring the art of listening to your inner voice, that intuitive whisper guiding you towards the right direction in life. It's a skill that, when honed, can become a powerful compass, steering you through the complexities of decision-making, self-discovery, and your inner self. So, grab a cozy blanket, find a quiet space, and let's embark on a journey of self-awareness and empowerment. I'll be sharing practical tips, insights, and exercises to help you attune to that inner wisdom we all possess. But before we dive in, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you find value in today's video, give it a thumbs up. Now, let the exploration of your inner voice and the pursuit of the right direction begin. In our busy lives, all the noise and chaos can make us feel lost and confused about what to do. But inside us, there's something really valuable, a kind of inner guide. If we learn to pay attention to this inner voice, it can show us the right way to go. This story will talk about why it's important to listen to this inner voice and how we can make it stronger in simple ways. Your inner voice is like a built-in guide that gives you advice and wisdom. It's the quiet thoughts and feelings that come from your core beliefs and values. While external influences are all around us, your inner voice is your true self, helping you make decisions and grow personally. In a town's outskirts, there was an old monastery where many young boys came to learn about Buddhism from a Zen master. One day, the master gathered the boys and said, "I'm getting old, and it's tough to get enough money for the monastery. Although I've never told you to work for money, the reality is we need financial help to keep the school going. To make sure our school has a future, we have to raise money." The students listened carefully. The master went on, "You know, the city nearby has rich people. I want each of you to go into the city, follow these wealthy folks in the busy streets, and when nobody's looking, absolutely nobody, quietly get resources from them. If you can do this, we'll have the money we need to support our school." The disciples were surprised by their master's request. Together they said, "But master, you've taught us that stealing from anyone is morally wrong." The master responded, "Indeed, I have. It would be unethical to steal if it were not an absolute necessity. And remember, if anyone, absolutely anyone, can witness your actions, you must refrain from stealing." "Do you understand?" said the master. "Yes, master," the students replied. Yet they exchanged nervous glances. They pondered, what's wrong with our master? Why is he advocating theft? However, none dared to voice their thoughts. Then the master added, "Now go forth, but bear in mind, you must not be observed while procuring what is needed." Gradually, the young boys began to rise and quietly depart from the monastery. The master also stood and observed their departure. Upon turning back, he noticed one student remaining silently in a corner. "Why did you not join the others?" "Do you not wish to safeguard our school?" inquired the master. "I do, master," calmly replied the disciple. "But you instructed us to steal without being witnessed, and there exists no place or task where someone isn't observing. If no one else can see me, at the very least, I would see myself." "So, how can I steal when I'm responsible to my own conscience?" the disciple asked. "Fantastic!" the master exclaimed. "This is the lesson I had hoped everyone would grasp, but you are the only one who truly understands." Subsequently, the master instructed him to inform the others to return to the monastery. The student hurriedly approached his friends, who were anxiously deliberating some distance from the monastery, unsure of what to do. Upon their return, the master elucidated the situation, and they all comprehended the lesson. Reflecting on our lives, we often find instances where we err, assuming that no one is observing us. However, we overlook the fact that, regardless of our actions, a part of ourselves perpetually observes every deed, our inner consciousness. Our inner consciousness remains vigilant, discerning right from wrong. If we attentively heed its guidance, it can lead us down the correct path. Even when you commit a wrongdoing in secrecy, your inner consciousness bears witness. Conversely, when you perform a virtuous act, your inner consciousness is there, observant. It invariably watches over every action and deed, serving as a constant witness to your every deed and karma. Often in our lives, we face dilemmas and struggle to determine the right course of action. However, if we heed our inner conscience in such moments, it often guides us toward the right decision. Our inner conscience typically signals whether an action is morally sound or not before we even engage in it. Adhering to this internal compass prevents us from making wrong choices. You might have experienced knowingly doing something wrong and later regretting it, or doing something right and feeling joy afterward. This shows the influence of our inner conscience. This internal compass forewarns us about the goodness or negativity of our intended actions. Ignoring it gradually diminishes its guidance on what's right or wrong. Truly, following our conscience eliminates the need for external guidance. Gautam Buddha's life exemplifies this. He attained enlightenment solely by adhering to his inner compass, following the path of spirituality. Likewise, by tuning into your inner conscience and heeding its guidance, you pave the way for a virtuous and contented life. Here is another story which illustrates the transformative power of self-awareness, how being aware of ourselves can bring about positive changes and highlight the value of listening to our inner thoughts. In a small village nestled between lush mountains, there lived an old monk renowned for his wisdom. One day, a troubled young villager approached him, seeking guidance. "I feel lost," the young man confessed. "I don't know which path to take in life, and I'm constantly overwhelmed by the noise and opinions of others." The wise old monk smiled and invited the young man for a walk. They strolled through the village until they reached the boundary, where a serene stream meandered quietly through the landscape. "Listen to the stream," the master said, gesturing toward the water. "What do you hear?" The young man strained his ears, trying to discern various sounds. After a while, he replied, "I hear the water flowing, the rustle of leaves, and the distant chirping of birds." The monk nodded. "Good. Now close your eyes and listen again, but this time focus only on the stream." The young man closed his eyes and concentrated on the sound of the stream. Gradually, the other noises faded away, and he became attuned to the gentle flow of water. "Now," the monk said, "in life, there will always be external noises, opinions, expectations, and the judgments of others. But just like the stream, your inner voice is constant and true. Learn to listen to it amidst the noise." The young man opened his eyes, a newfound calmness settling within him. "Your inner voice knows the right direction," the monk continued. "Trust it and let it guide you. Just as the stream finds its way through the landscape, so too will you find your path." From that day forward, the young man learned to quiet the external noise and listen to the wisdom within. He discovered that by connecting with his inner voice, he could navigate life's journey with clarity and purpose. This story emphasizes the importance of tuning into one's inner wisdom to find the right direction in life, despite the external distractions and opinions. Zen stories are like wise teachers that encourage us to learn about ourselves. They tell us to pay attention to our inner feelings. When we clear our minds, accept changes, leave behind the past, and focus on the present, we can find guidance inside us. These stories teach us important things about life. They help us deal with life's challenges in a clear and purposeful way while staying connected to who we truly are. When we understand ourselves better, we can figure out what we really want in life. Trusting your gut feeling or hunch is a strong part of your inner voice. It's like a feeling deep inside that helps you make good choices. To trust and follow your intuition, you need to believe in yourself and have faith in your inner wisdom. The more you practice relying on your instincts, the better you become at making decisions that truly match who you are. Exploring our inner voice is like an ongoing journey to learn more about ourselves and grow as individuals. In a busy world full of outside influences, it's important to connect with our true selves. We can do this by finding moments of calm, being mindful, thinking about our values, and trusting our instincts. These practices help us navigate through life with a clear sense of direction. By paying attention to our inner compass, we not only find the right path for ourselves, but also contribute to the well-being of those around us, creating a positive impact that spreads to others. In a busy world with lots of distractions, the Zen way of listening to our inner voice is like a helpful guide for figuring out where we should go in life. By being mindful, letting go of things that don't matter, and trusting our gut feelings, we can connect with the deep wisdom inside us. Following the ideas of Zen philosophy is like starting an adventure to discover who we really are and what our purpose is. It's about listening to that quiet but strong voice that comes from deep within ourselves. Instead of just using logical thinking, it teaches us to listen to our gut feelings, the sense deep inside that often tells us what's right. By regularly practicing and thinking about ourselves, we can get really good at understanding our inner voice and telling it apart from the surface-level thoughts in our minds.